How much? How many? I'm going to teach you what's the right question. Hi everyone, and welcome to your awesome English lesson. Today I'm going to teach you one of the difficult questions that many students have. It is the question of how much or how many. Let's think about this first. Let's take one of the words and it'll give you a hint. Many. Many means what? Lots of things, right? Lots of things. Things. An apple is a thing. Things, many things. Oh, look. One thing. Okay. Two things. I have two things. Three things. I have many. Many. Do you see what I did? 1, 2, 3. I have many, right? How many? That's the answer. How many? I can count. I can count this. It's easy. It's 1 apple, 2 apple, 3 apple. If you can count, then you know how many. So that is the pattern for this. How many? Can you count it? Let's keep thinking about this. So counting, apple, 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 1, 2, 3. How many? But, don't drop it. This is salt. Now, salt. Can you count salt? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't count. It's too much. How much? How much? See, there it is. It's too much to count. I can't. Oh, it's on my floor. I can't count this. It's too many. It's too much. That's your other hint. It's all over my hand. I'm gonna sweep today. Sweep. Okay. So things that you can count are many. How many? Things that you can't count, like salt. How much? It's too much to count. Too much to count. So let's try something. Got it. This is a coin. Can you count money? Yeah. I have 1 coin, 2 coins, 3 coins, 4 coins. How many? I have 4. So if you can count it, you can say how many. And if you can't count it, you can't count it. It's how much. Let's look at some examples. Yeah. My doggy, piggy bank. Let's look at some examples so we can learn even more. So the first one, grab my notebook. What is this one? This is coffee. Coffee, it's liquid, right? Like something you drink. It's liquid. Can you count coffee? No. You can't count coffee. How do you count it? So it's how much? How much? So if we look at this cup, how much coffee do you have? How much coffee is in the cup? A lot, right? It's full. There is a lot of coffee. How much coffee? A lot of coffee. Yeah, there is a lot of coffee. Now, if I take my drink and my cup with the salt, the salt's in there. No! I dropped my notebook. But that's okay. So I take my drink. How much of my Gatorade do I have? How much? It's full, right? I have a lot. So let's say I take my cup and how much do I have? This is a lot. How much is this? A little. A little. So now we know the two things for counting when you can't count. How much coffee? There's a lot. There's a lot of coffee. How much Gatorade? There's a little. There's a little. So there's your answer. How much? A lot. A little. Let's keep going with our next thing, which is, oh no. What is that? Oh, okay. We just have them. We have them right here. You can count these, right? So what is the question? How many? There's many. How many apples are there? Are there lots of apples? Are there 50 apples? 20 apples? Are there 50 apples? No. I have 3 apples. So how many apples are there? There are a few. F-E-W, a few. There are a few. Now let's say I have 100 apples. Wow, it's crazy, right? How many apples do you have? I have a lot of apples. There's a cool thing. How much? A lot. How many? A lot. How much? A little. A little. How much for something we can count, like apples? A few. So it's really easy. We have 3 things to remember. How much and how many? A lot. And how many? A few. How much? A few. A little. How much is a little? There's nothing here. So how many? A few. How much? A little. 3 things to remember. Let's keep practicing. Wow, I have salt all over my hands. This is a crazy lesson. Let's see the next one. Wow. That is so cool. I have always wanted to ride these. These are called balloons. Hot air balloons. Balloons. Can you count those? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's not hard, right? It's easy to count. So what's the question? How much? How many? How many? Exactly. So how many balloons are there? We could say there are a lot. There are a lot of balloons. There are a lot of hot air balloons. There are 10 hot air balloons. How many? There are 10. Because we can count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 20, 100 apples. We can count them so we can say the number. There are 20 hot air balloons. How many apples? There are 7 apples. Are there a lot of apples? Yeah. How many apples do you have? I have a lot of apples. I have 100 apples. How many apples do you have? Oh, I have a few. I have 3. Cool, right? It's really easy. Let's keep practicing. Those balloons look cool. So, the next one. I like to cook. We know that. I like to cook. Many of you like to cook too. This is flour. flour. Now, it's like a powder. Can you count salt? Can you count that? No, you have to be crazy. Who counts flour? So how much flour do you have? I have a lot of flour, or I have a little flour. I can't count my Gatorade. I have a little Gatorade and a lot of salt in there. Now, if you can't count it, how much? And if you can count it, bingo, how many? Let's keep going. Let's have fun with this. Let's go fast. Milk. I love milk, but I can't have milk. How? Can you count it? Ooh, good job. How much milk do you have? I have a lot of milk. I have a lot of milk. How much milk do you have? I have a little milk. I have a little milk. I need to buy some more milk. I have a little milk. How much milk do you have? I have a lot of milk. We have a lot of milk. They have a lot of milk. He has a lot of milk. We'll learn have and has later. Don't worry. How much and how many? Let's try another one. What is this? Oh, not this. Who? Who are they? Because people aren't things, right? These are people. They are people. So, can you count this? Yes. 1, 2, 3. One person, and that's it. 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, 5 people. 1 person. So this is an irregular thing. It's strange, right? It changes. Person, 1 person. People, 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 people. But we can count it, right? We can count them. So what is the question? How much people? That's weird. Like, some people, a little people. How many people? How many people? There are 4 people. Yeah. How many people are there? There are a few people. Is 4 a lot? No. 4 is a few. There are a few people here. There are a few people smiling. There are a few happy people. How many people are there? There are 4 happy people. How much and how many? Is it hard? Not really. It's 3 things we have to remember for the answer and 2 ideas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Counting, or too hard to count, right? Countable and not countable nouns. Countable, how many? Uncountable, how much? So, how much milk do you have? Write your answer. Tell me your answer. How much milk do you have, and how many TVs, how many televisions do you have? Leave me your answers down below. I'm curious. How much and how many? Can you answer those questions? Great job today. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.